What them haters talking about?
What's up, family? According to police, a Kellogg, Idaho man shot and killed an 18-year-old man he claims exposed himself to his underage daughters. I ain't got no problem with that. But what say you? Hold up, before you answer. Consider this. Not only did this guy kill the guy whom he claims exposed himself, he also killed his mama, his granddaddy, and his little brother. Yeah. Now, why would this guy do such a thing? Well, according to the police, he shot and killed the adults because they didn't seem to care too much about the claims. Yeah. Dude say he pretty much snapped. 31-year-old Major John Kaler is charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder in the Father's Day shooting. Kaler shot and killed Kenna Guadapi, 65, his daughter Kenna Guadapi, 41, and her sons 18-year-old Devin Smith and 16-year-old Aiden Smith. Kaler and his wife Kaylee Kaler told investigators that they were upset because Devin Smith had exposed himself in front of his bedroom window in the view of the Kalers' young daughters several days earlier. The family shared a duplex, and the girls were playing in the yard when the exposure allegedly occurred. The alleged indecent exposure was reported to the police, and the police report was forwarded to the county prosecutor the same day so a criminal charge could be filed. But on Sunday evening, the Kalers argued with Kenna and Kenna Guadapi on how the allegations were being handled. That's when Major John Kaler pulled out his gun and popped both adults, then went inside of the apartment and killed the 2 sons. So who's right and who's wrong here, fam? Was Major John Kaler right to pop the 18-year-old for the indecent exposure? And was he right to knock off the mama and the granddad and even the brother because of their lack of concern for the allegations? Or did he go too far? What say you? I'm gonna tell you, fam, I would hope that I wouldn't rock like that. I wouldn't get down like that. Now, that peeping Tom type thing, that exposure type thing, that's something serious. And you're talking about young kids, like young, little young impressionable kids, something like that could mess them up for a long time. It could actually force them into sexual activity too early. So I can see why dude was hot. So I don't know what I would have done to the 18-year-old dude. I know I would have had to put something on him. I would have had to make contact. I would have had to make some kind of contact with him, for sure. And then when it got to the mama and the granddaddy, them being dismissive, I don't know, fam. I think the smart thing would have been to just step back and just let the authorities handle it, because they had already filed a police report, and I guess it was being taken seriously. But apparently when you live in a duplex, you live that close together, you can't help but see people, and somebody mess around and pop off at the mouth, then you pop off, next thing you know, them things popping and somebody dead. And these neighbors, I was just talking to a friend of mine the other day about neighbors getting along. Like, this is where you lay your head at, right? it should be imperative that you have some type of proper decorum when dealing with your neighbors. Like you want to have that trust factor so that when you're not around, your neighbors can look out for you. And even when you are around, they see somebody snooping around your house, they see your kids playing in the front yard or whatever, or backyard or whatever. You got an extra set of eyes that's going to be looking out for you. In most cases, some of these neighbors, they'll act like they down with you, whatever. They be the main ones trying to, kidnap your kids and murder and all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, fam, you got to look out for each other, right? But we living in a time where we really don't look out for each other. We don't look out for our neighbors. We don't look out for our neighbors' children. We don't love our neighbors. We don't love our neighbors' children. Everybody kind of do their own thing, and most people can't even name more than 2 neighbors. Can't name more than 2 neighbors. Most people know just one. Like most people might know the name of 1 neighbor, but 2 being the max. 3, ooh, that's a stretch. And 4 is just, that's extraordinary. We really need to get back to community. We really need to get back to knowing our neighbors so we can look out for each other. Like the other day, I was telling my neighbor, like, look, man, he was telling me that he was going out of town, and I said, I got you. I said, I'm gonna be looking out for you, man. So I'm looking, because I want him to do the same thing for me when I'm not around, and even again when I am around. But people today, and it's something different, man. It's something different going on. It's not just neighbors. People killing their own family members, knocking off, not just killing one. I mean, killing everybody getting it. They killing everything. So this dude was on a mission, and he snapped. I can't say, man. I was, not being as very, very hard to say what I would have actually done and what I would not have done. But he put himself in a very bad position. He's in a worse position than he was before he actually did the killing. So I figure like you're gonna kill, if you're gonna kill, I ain't saying kill nobody, but if you do kill, like, you should do that to put yourself in a better position. He's actually put his family in a worse position because now he's taken away a breadwinner. He's taken away that protection that his children actually felt, that protection that his wife had. And without being there, just reading the reports, it sounded like his wife was part of the instigating thing. She was right there with him. Seemed like she could have said, hey, baby, leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? But it don't seem like that's what she did. It seemed like she was right there, like, yeah. Now, his daughters, first you got the dude expose himself in front of the kids. And now, he leaves his kids totally exposed because he's going to jail. Oh, yeah, he's going to jail. Had he just popped up old buddy, maybe he could have, got some type of, love from the courts. Maybe somebody would have sympathized with him. If you'd have just got the 18-year-old, whom, by the way, one of the family members said that the 18-year-old Devin had some mental problems, and that he was had a problem with social cues. So, but it seems like they could have made a defense there. He could have got, a little favor there. It could have been a little leniency there. But taking out the mama and the granddaddy because you're mad at them, because you ain't like what they had to say, ain't nobody threaten you, ain't nobody hit you, ain't nobody put a gun on you or nothing, you just started popping them up because you didn't like what they said. That's indicative of what's going on in America overall, where people just snap. People ain't got no sense You know, people just lose it just like that and just throw everything away. He says he was protecting his daughter, but was he really protecting his daughters if he just snapped like that and now he put his life in the balance? He put his freedom in the balance. He put their futures in the balance. They're hanging in the balance. Was he really doing it for them? Or was he doing it because of his own emotional insecurities or his pride, out of pride? Because see, a lot of times we'll say we hustling for our children, but really we hustling for ourselves. We hustling so we can drive a nice car, we can wear the fly clothes and the jewelry. Because if we really was hustling for the kids, when we start getting that money, we'll start putting it straight towards college tuition. We'll start putting it straight towards some type of business that our kids can invest in and set up a trust and things like that. But that's not what we do. When we first start getting the first pieces of money, what we do is we cloak ourselves in the trappings of success. That's what we do. So, but it's hard to question. It's very, very difficult to question what dude's mind was. Maybe he was doing it because he really thought that he was doing it because he was protecting his daughters. In any event, that ain't the way. That was a wrong move, man. See, I'm gonna tell y'all something. All you people out there that got that snap in you like that, and I'm one of them, but I'm gonna tell you something. The name of the game is to play to stay. Play to stay alive. Play to stay free. Say it with me, fam. Play stupid games. Win stupid prizes. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?